Start your season with recommended settings. If you start the regular season by selecting your season goal.
We'll see the new man in D.C., Case Keenum, and the Washington.
Coach, the city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Today, it's an early season divisional matchup in the NFC East between the Washington Redskins. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And the Philadelphia Eagles. Throwing on first is Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Now this matchup, an important one for Week 1, an NFC East bout right off the bat. These two teams have met twice a year since 1936. 168 meetings overall, and the Redskins lead the series, but the Eagles, they have won 4 straight against these Washington Redskins. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Now a third down throw, but it...
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now, meanwhile, down, and my goodness, incomplete. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it. They have refined route running ability.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Well, here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. McCown. And a great return here gets us one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Trey Quinn there to make the grab. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Hopkins with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
The kick is good. Makes the score.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up. Josh McCown ready to head back out there. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, could he? Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Meanwhile, now McCown has his pass knocked away and incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's McCown. That's caught by Jackson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
On 2nd and 11 now. McCown, he'll hit Jackson, complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. The 30, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, 55 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talking about it. It usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. That time a 6-play drive. And finishing it off with a touchdown run was Jordan Howard. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape. They get it up past the 30. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Working from the gun, Keenum. Got a man, that's Quinn. Down the numbers, there he goes. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Trey Quinn, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
McCown throwing there, and it's incomplete. Running from the gun with Howard. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And he connects with Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. McCown now on first down, and he fires one incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. McCown incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Sproles. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now McCown, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. He may try and run for this. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd down. McCown. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough try to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They start the drive with Peterson, and the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Keenum going to come up now 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Keenum. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Keenum, and he finds the tight end, Reed.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what quick.
Oh, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. To throw is Keenum. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Keenum now, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Hopkins' kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the 17 regular season, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We begin up in Charlotte, where the defending NFC champs pay a visit to Carolina. And these two teams locked in a tight one.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Keenum. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Keenum now on first down. They will find Davis. That's complete. 5 yards. On the catch there, brings up second down.
This play is under review. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
A good pickup of 6 there on first down. On second down now, it's Thompson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he swallowed up right.
You got it! You got it! Set 70, Indy. Quarterback, don't get nervous. On the ball back.
This is Howard on second down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Come on, QB, come on. Shoot. Ready?
Shotgun here for McCown. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed. And pretty well executed there. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw is McCown. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. And the throw on second down by McCown falls incomplete. Breaking that one up, the former All-Pro Josh Norman. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, third and 10. Now McCown throws incomplete there on third down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Aguilar has it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's first and 10. McCown now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
On the ready.
Second and 12 at
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And McCown's throw there, incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's third down. The Eagles on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is third down and 12. From the gun, it's McCown. Roll. And he caught it up. And the Redskins scoop it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally, brought down at the 38. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. So the call stands as is. Not only is that the case, now you're out of challenges too.
Which means that if anything goes haywire and you look out and you want to get it corrected, you cannot unless it's within 2 minutes.
Again, Peterson. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. The Redskins on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time it's third and 3. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. Davis fighting. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. McCown now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Come on, boy.
Now Wentz sliding out of the pocket. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Carson Wentz beginning his 4th NFL season here in this ball game, and the last 2 years he was not in the postseason with his teammates, including that Super Bowl run at Super Bowl 52 in Minneapolis. Was limited to 13 games that year with the ACL injury. Last year 11 games with back issues. But now Nick Foles, who took his spot, he's in Jacksonville, and all pressure and all eyes are on number 11 in 2019. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's third and 5. Now Wentz. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Wentz going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they've been
looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the off-row corner, Josh Norman. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They run again with Peterson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
And nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a first down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Wentz now on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Intentional grounding.
Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Washington, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports. The players on your team. Quickly upgrade your team at the end of each. This is the player card. Here you can see your player's strengths and weaknesses.
What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror now, feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him for him.
Once you're ready, go ahead and select Advance Week to get to your next game.
You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like
you have too many players on your team. Choose which players you want to cut.
now my dreams reality, not going back to you say that you proud of me.
Easily see how many players you need. Here are some recommendations to get you started.
Be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me. Do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried. I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy. I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up. It look like I'm foreign cars driving fast. I never done.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
Let me magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon'
You have great browse available players to improve your.
Think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, put on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, put on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, yeah.
Running free. I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, Devontae Freeman. Fresh off 100 yards.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA. Great Sunday night matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Atlanta Falcons. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. There's Carson Wentz bringing out the Philadelphia Eagles. 21 touchdown passes, just 7 interceptions for him last year until a back injury knocked him out in Week 14. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Quickly now, a look at the Eagles' offensive starters.
Two-time All-Pro center Jason Kelce is one of the most athletic centers in the league. In fact, he went to the University of Cincinnati as a walk-on linebacker before converting to the offensive line. Can pull, trap, get out in front of runners in any situation, and one of the more intelligent centers in the league as well, handling all of their line calls.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, and he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another. That's Aguilar with it on the jet sweep. And the ball is knocked out, and the Falcons grab it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The numbers for Freeman a week ago. 23 carries, 129 yards.
Leading the league in rushing after week 1. You know he'd love to double down and continue that type of play here in week 2.
On second down, it's Freeman. And Freeman lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career.
Freeman on 1st and 10.